it's nothing when it's not enough.
It was so freaking cool, right? They told me about a bird, a species of bird, right? Get this, the bird is called a booby.
Mm-hmm.
Right? I didn't know this.
Mm-hmm.
It's a booby bird, man. It's like a double entendre with feathers, right? There's so much to it. I actually looked into it because I didn't believe them at first. I was like, how can you have a bird named Booby? But apparently, the name kind of came before the context, right? Because English language, terrible, right? It comes from the Spanish slang bobo, which means stupid, which then automatically was like, I'm sitting there going, oh, that's why people think it's an insult to call another person a boob. They're calling them stupid. And the whole time I'm like, dude, I feel like the boob. I didn't know what the word meant. I was like, cool, yeah, whatever. It says you're a boob, all right? But apparently these birds are stupid. But I looked them up, man, and like I said, it's just awesome. The fun you could have with just, somebody say, oh, you're talking about breasts. I'm like, no, I'm talking about a bird, man. And so there is 6 different kinds, and they have weird names. Like one is the red-footed booby, right? And the other is the blue-footed booby.
That's the only one I've heard of.
Yeah,
blue-footed booby.
And so the blue-footed booby, literally the blue is like the color of my shirt. Like it might as well be Tar Heel blue, right? It's a Tar Heel booby. Okay, whereas a red-footed booby is like that shirt, so it's like the Tar Heel booby and the state booby. Okay, the Duke booby doesn't get any. We don't have any of those, right? But they have other ones, like they have a masked booby, which like literally it looks like it has a black mask. So it's like you can take that and be like, okay, we got superhero boobies, or maybe it's a bank robbing booby. You never know. It's like got a mask.
Come on, man.
It's mysterious.
It's a masked booby. Come on, that's a fetish thing. That's a bondage booby right there.
Bondage booby.
Yeah.
Then they also have the Peruvian booby, right? It's named after a country. And then they have the Nazca booby, which is named after a province of Peru. It kind of makes sense, but then you have the last one, which is the brown booby, which is brown, right? And you would think they would just name that after some part of the country or whatever, like the other one. Like Nazca got a really good name, right? But essentially it's a white booby, right? So why not just call it white booby? If you're going to call the other one brown booby, then you should call that white booby instead of just calling it brown booby. You shouldn't be naming stuff based on the color of its feathers, right? Brown boobies matter. Wouldn't you agree?
I'm leaving that one alone.
Okay. I mean, we're talking about birds here, people. All about birds. Yes. But here's the great thing, right?
Tell me.
The reason why they're called stupid is because they would go onto ships and it would be easily captured and eaten, right? And so they are on the coast and on islands. They're seabirds, which means you can totally get to them via motorboat. Like I said, man, double entendre with feathers.
God, my head hurts. Why are we friends? I feel very uncomfortable with the fact that you're talking about motorboating boobies.
You can't even say it right.
No, I can't.
Right. This is like, but yeah, it's a part
See,
of
part of the
birds.
problem is that I don't know if you're going for a pun or not, because I can actually go into why they're so dumb. It's not that they're actually dumb; it's that they actually are lacking the predator avoidance instinct. You have the same problem with the dodo. That's why the dodos went extinct, is because they literally could not process predators. They weren't afraid, and boobies are very, very similar. But that's kind of a buzzkill on the whole thing, and you don't want a buzzkill with boobies.
No,
and
boobies
you
are
want
great.
you want boobies to be free. You want them to be live the life that they wish to live. They shouldn't be contained against their will.
Yeah.
I tried my best. They can't all be winners.
You go with the booby puns?
I was trying.
Yeah. It's just, and can't have them be cold otherwise. It'd be a beak salad, It's just kind of. See?
God.
So easy.
My head hurts.
It's so easy.
So does my soul.
Dude, I even wrote a song about it.
Oh, Lord.
Okay? I pinned it to the music of Sister Christian.
No.
Yes,
No.
yes. Motorboat. Treat those boobies right. Squeeze them all through the night.
Is it too early to start drinking?
Shine those headlights really
Oh,
bright.
God. I
See?
hate you so much.
It's okay, man. I hate you 3000. Yeah.
It was worth a try.
Yeah, that was good.
Oh, boy.
But that's as far as I've gotten in that song,
Mm.
which is about as far as I ever get. So, talking about the movies.
Mm.
Yeah, they're important, man.
Yeah.
Segueing, the reason why I have such a big fascination with boobies, because not just are they fun to play with, these particular birds, if you squeeze them, they're probably not going to end well. But the thing is that breast cancer is a huge deal, right? No, we're going into that.
Did you really
Yes.
use that as a segue?
I did. Not the best segue, but a segue.
That's
Yeah,
a very
because
generous assessment.
It's just like it's a segue. It's not really good. I didn't say it's a good one, but
Continue.
So breast cancer is a big thing,
Mm-hmm.
right? 1 out of 8 women get diagnosed with breast cancer. We're talking about cancer in general is like the second leading cause of death, and you definitely like breast cancer is one of those. I think the statistic now is that 1 out of every 3 women will be diagnosed with cancer in their lifetime. 1 out of every 2 men will be diagnosed in their lifetime, which means if you stick with me for your lifetime, you should be good. I've already had mine, right?
That's very true.
And so one of the things that definitely will help with not getting cancer or not passing away from cancer and it not being as bad is early detection. Okay, so you got to get checked out. And the thing about breast cancer, it used to be a thing where like older people would get it. Now it's really affecting young ladies. And so like literally, like we're talking in your 20s, right? So you have to either get checked out. I'm not necessarily advocating for a mammogram type thing, but go to a doctor, get the breast exam, or I think there's like self-exams.
Yeah.
And so it is massively important because sometimes those things are slow growing, sometimes it's fast, sometimes they'll pop up and kill you in like a year, all right, or spread to different places, and you want to get that like as soon as you can. Just go ahead and get that checked out. It's a very big thing, an important thing.
Let me jump in here really fast about that. So if you do decide, if you do start giving yourself breast exams, definitely the way to go. And let's say you feel a lump, don't panic. It's not the end of the world. Let's say you go to the doctor says, yep, that's a lump. Don't panic, it's not the end of the world. They do a biopsy, it's not the end of the world. It comes back positive, it's not the end of the world. Part of the reason breast cancer has become very controversial to talk about is there's a big schism in the medical community as to when you begin surveillance, when you begin doing yearly or semi-yearly or biannual checkups, that kind of a thing. Part of the problem is the tests are so sensitive that you can get a lot of false positives. So even if it comes back positive for breast cancer, don't panic. One of the things they're probably going to do immediately is redo the test. That's a good thing.
Yes.
But detection is key. You definitely would rather deal with a false positive than having cancer and not know it.
Yeah, and you definitely want to get like multiple viewpoints on it. It's never a bad thing to have a second or even a third or fourth opinion on something that could potentially change your entire life.
Mm.
I mean, in all honesty, my cancer was found by the 3rd doctor. Okay, so I got 3 opinions, and it wasn't until the 3rd one that they really isolated. They were like, "Oh, you've got a golf ball inside your head.
Mm-hmm.
All right, we got to get that out now." All right, so getting the extra tests and seeing different things is fine, but like you said, don't panic. And it's the same thing for self-defense. Like if somebody's like and they freak out, they're not going to do as well as if they keep their calm and do whatever kind of technique. So getting checked out is a big thing and totally worth doing. I mean, in all honesty, man, if you ask me, I'll get free breast exams, man.
Don't.
I can't ever guarantee the results because I'm not a doctor. But
Don't do that.
no, and I
One
might
thing-
have to numb them first.
Here's the thing, though. Guys, this applies to you, too. We have a organ called a prostate. That will try to kill us. Statistically speaking, that will try to kill us. You got to get that checked out. And it's harder for a guy to check his prostate than it is for a woman to check her breasts. So go to the doctor, get the prostate exam. If you're just
Yep.
swallow the bad pill and go get that done, because statistically speaking,
And if you don't get that detected early enough, you will die from it. That's a big no-no. So,
yeah.
anyways, talking about movies.
Yes,
right?
let's segue.
Instead of I've gone from what have I gone from? I've gone from
You've gotten all over the place here.
from rats to birds, right?
I'm glad you went with the birds there, and
Yeah,
I
birds.
was afraid you were going to say from rats to boobies.
No,
and
but boobies are birds. We're talking about birds. This whole
Sure.
thing, we're talking about birds.
Uh-huh.
Okay, always talking about birds.
Right.
Just yes, talking about birds. Like I said, double entendre with feathers.
Ugh.
Yes.